Okay, let's have a look at this letter here. This is letter number 4. I did 3 on Saturday, and I'll take a look at this one today. The first thing I want to say is this is far too short. Even if we take all this into account, which they don't usually take all it, it's usually just up to about there. But even if we take the closing, it's only, I think it was 150 words. 153 words, that's far too short. And we can see it is short because there's a lot of information here that you have not included. And McQueen should be spelled with a capital Q. There's a lot of information not included here. I mean, well, it's just that's it. Very, very short. So you need to work on expanding this. Now, as I mentioned in video 1, 2, and 3, I'm not looking at the case notes. The reason why, as I said, if your letter is good, everything that I need as the reader should be here in your letter. I shouldn't have to look at the notes. Obviously, the examiners have them because there's certain things that you must include and they check them. But in terms of, if you consider it in real life, the reader would only have this. So that's one way that you can tell. If you put yourself in the shoes of the reader and think, okay, if I were reading this, does it make perfect sense? Is the purpose clear what you want me to do? Is it restated at the bottom? Have you included a history? Have you told me what's going on? Logical progression of why you are making your request. If you have, good. If you haven't, then you need to think again. Now, McQueen, who? So, you either put, now she's a teenager, so you either put Miss McQueen. Oops. Tell you what, I'll put some changes on so we can see this. Let's put the changes on here, right? Okay, so I would either put Miss McQueen or Rosemary, because she's a teen, and I think she's a young teen. So, Rosemary, Miss McQueen, for further management of gluten-free diet, a gluten-free diet, further management. But so you want me to, so right, you are referring Miss McQueen to me for further management. Is it and a gluten-free diet? It's not very clear what you actually want here. For further management and what? You want me to advise her on a gluten-free diet? So this shouldn't even be here in the introduction. This should simply be your purpose. What is it you want the reader to do? Writing to refer Miss McQueen for further management and a gluten-free diet. Now, you probably do. Now, we have the DOB there, so we don't have to put age and occupation as she's a kid, but usually that's what people do. You know, Mr. So-and-so, age 35, accountant, or etc. Now, apparently, reading this, I believe she's being discharged from hospital, because you say she was admitted. Well, that's not clear. You need to put that in your purpose. I'm writing to refer Miss McQueen for management of premium diets, like following her where are we? Discharge from hospital today. If you put that, it would be clear. Okay, this girl's been in hospital and she's being discharged today. You want me to look after her in future? That would be clear if that's the purpose for writing. Celiac disease, do you mention this? So diagnosis made, so it's there. You could put that in the introduction. Following a discharge from hospital day after being diagnosed with, I don't know how you spell it. According to Word, that's how you spell it. So if you did it like that, okay, then that purpose is clear. Crystal clear. So I'm writing to refer Miss McQueen. Further management, gluten-free diet, following discharge from hospital today. But right now, isn't that much clearer in terms of your purpose? I think so. Now, I've got the criteria somewhere. I'll show you it. I keep referring to this. I hope that you have all seen it before. Right, make that a bit bigger. Right. Purpose. Immediately apparent. That's what you've got to do. Quick, precise sense, and I don't think yours did, so that's what you need to do. Purpose for writing introduced early in the document, clearly expanded on, often near the end. Okie doke. So, back to it. She. Now, you had this in your introduction, so you need to have a separate paragraph. You need one theme, a paragraph. So, if you're going to do it, Miss McQueen or Rosemary was admitted. Pronouns later. With abdominal pain, persistent diarrhea, crystal, blistering rashes over the elbow and buttock. With a weight loss. Now, I would get rid of the with because you're making a list. I'd do it like that because it seems that the weight loss is connected to the knee and buttocks, which it isn't. So, abdominal pain, diarrhea, blistering rashes, elbow, knee, and buttock. A weight loss of making sentences complete, past 2 weeks, and easy bruising. Okay, so the vital signs were normal. On the 606, the investigation was done. Shows. Why is that? Present simple. And so you've got past tense. Investigation was done. Shows. Present simple. Vital signs were normal. So right, why do you have that before? On the 6th of the 6th, investigation was done. Wouldn't that be somewhere after that? So what's happening in hospitalisation? So Mr. McQueen was admitted, blah, 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 blah. So you need to move this a bit. Doesn't make sense there. Session, signs were normal. Investigation was done, which showed or which revealed anemia, low platelets, PT, APTT, prolonged antibody tests, positive small biopsy shows. So this is a very long sentence with just a list of symptoms. That's okay. This normal. Investigation was done, or upon examination, or blah blah blah. So, diagnosis made by whom? Diagnosis made. Diagnosis was made. Wasn't it in the past? So shouldn't it be passive? So, a diagnosis, and I'm not changing every single thing here. It was made of celiac disease. Now, where's this come from and what's it doing here? What's that got to do with anything? Same as that. Now, this possibly. This is interesting. Okay. But what's a school performance got to do with anything? Or diabetes in a mother? If you want to mention it, okay, but her school performance is irrelevant. So what is this doing with the in front of this anyway. So if you want to mention that, you could put something like, so what I would do, let's get rid of that, put it farther down because it's unimportant or basically irrelevant. Where are we? Control Z. Okay, right, put that there, push it farther down. All right. So, Miss McQueen, as we mentioned, something about, and how has she been managed with a gluten-free diet? Don't you want me to help her out with a gluten-free diet? I'm not quite clear. Again, put yourself in the shoes of the reader, right? I'm reading this. So you said further management and a gluten-free diet, or what? You want me to advise her or give her a diet, or what? And he's saying she has been managed and a gluten-free diet. Okay. Then you've got this about school performance, and you could put something like, please note her father, she has a history of Crohn's disease in her father. You could put it somewhere like that, but to just drop in that doesn't make any sense. I would be greatly appreciated. Well, no, you would be greatly appreciative, or it would be greatly appreciated, or simply it would be appreciated. Why is it greatly? If you will, provide further management, or if you could, provide further management regarding celiac disease. So you need to make sure that purpose is clearly restated at the end. Do you want me to make a management plan? Do you want me to advise her on a diet? What is it? Because that is a little bit vague. So, far too short. I'm sure there's a lot of information that you've missed. Your sentences need expanding. The grammar's not good at all. This needs a lot of work in other words. Okay, hope that helps.